area in Basel. Flat serve first up from Nehwal. She had a slow start yesterday in the semi-final. She'll be looking to get off to a flyer start as the first point goes on the board to Sung. First point on the board for Nehwal, to the delight of the locals here. They'll be right behind her in this match. Now, if we have a quick look at how these two players made it through to this finals day. Well, first of all, for Sung Hyun in the first round, she came up against the Thai player, Ratachok, and she came out on a top 22-20, 21-8 in 33 minutes there. In the second round, she came up against Ferdasari from Indonesia. Again, straight sets, 21-13, 21-12, I should say. Very comfortable in that. 31 minutes again. Well, in her quarterfinal, she came up against Tai Chung Ying from Taipei. It was a lot harder, that match. 3 hard-fought games that went 50 minutes, 21-11, 17-21, 21-12. Well, yesterday in the semi-finals, she knocked out Juliana Schenk, the number 3 seed from Germany, in straight sets, 21-19, 21-12, and it really was an impressive display from the Korean. She showed a lot of discipline. She played the percentages very well. She's been on court for 159 minutes in this tournament, some 25 minutes less than her opponent in this match. Nehwal been on the court for 184 minutes. In the first round match, she came up against the French qualifier, Vignes Varen, 23-21, 21-9. No answer from the French woman in just 30 minutes. While in the second round, she came up against Eriko Hirose from Japan. A lot harder for the number 2 seed, 21-15, 17-21, 21-11 in 58 minutes. Just under an hour of that match. Tough match for the Indian. Well, in the quarterfinals, she came up against the number 6 seed from Bulgaria, Nedelcheva, 22-20, 21-17, and she played a lot better. She was very happy after that match. Having a few words to her, and she was looking to continue that form onto yesterday's semi-finals, but it really was a tough battle against another Korean in the form of Bae Hyun-ju, the number 4 seed. She took out the first game 21-19, but she was trailing by 7 points at one stage in that opening game. It was a remarkable comeback from the Indian. Well, she dropped the second game, 13-21, but the decider really was one-way traffic. She controlled right from the outset, 21-14, that match taking 58 minutes. So as I said, she's been on the court now for 184 minutes this week. You got to wonder if that's going to take its toll. She's a fit girl, 21 years of age. She works very hard on the fitness. Important aspect, of course, in the sport of badminton. Both girls just getting a feel early on, and what a shot. The shuttle just dying over the net. Wonderfully played, great deception from Sung Ji-hyun. Well, the first final of the day, the women's doubles, really was one-way traffic. It was always going to be a Korean victory. It was just a matter of who was going to come out on top. And it was Ha Jung-gyun and Kim Min-jung who took it out in the end, 21-12 at 21-13. As you hear the round of applause from the locals here, they really love to get behind Saina Nehwal. Oh, again, almost an action replay of a couple of points ago. Beautiful shot. She plays that shot so well. It's a difficult shot. She deceives her opponents extremely well. Locks the scores up, add 5 points all. Well, Nehwal comes here off the back of a fairly good display at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships, made it through to the quarterfinals before falling out in straight games, 11-21, 20-22 to Eriko Hirose. Of course, Hirose was the player she knocked out in the second round here earlier in the week, so somewhat revenging that defeat, but she'll be wanting to wrap it up here with a title at the Swiss Open. It will be her first title of 2011. Of course, she's a player who had such a great 2010 campaign, walking away with 3 Super Series titles. Of course, the first being the Singapore Open. Followed that up with the Indonesian Open. Of course, defending her title in which she won in 2009. And wrapping it up with the Hong Kong Super Series title. An impressive display. 3 Super Series titles in 1 year. At just a tender young age of, well, 19 for one of them and 20 for the other 2. As well as that, she won on home soil at the Indian Open Grand Prix Gold event. She was a bronze medalist at the 2010 Badminton Asia Championships. Also a gold medalist at the Commonwealth Games. Big medal for India, of course. As well as a semi-finalist at the All England Super Series. Just couldn't repeat the dose again this year. Looking to continue to work her way up the world rankings. Currently sitting number 5 in the world. Nice high serve from Sung. Tit for tat in this early stages of game number 1. Both girls just unable to string together points early on. Just trying to get a feel for their opponent. Oh yes, reaching up. She's not a tall girl. That was at her max capacity, I'd say. And still timed it extremely well. And another winner from that left-hand side of the court, working her way to the right. See it there in the replay. Stretching over the head. Difficult shot. Takes the lead, 8 points to 7. Close play at the net, forcing her back. A nice lift, and she gets the point again. This is a good run now from Nehwal. Has built a 2-point lead. Initially forcing her opponent to the net, and then drawing her back. While Sung, she just couldn't get in position with that overhead. Oh, and again, a touch of class, this time on the right-hand side of the court. Just trying to settle the nerves, Sung Jae-hyun. 10 points to 7. Flat serve once again from Nehwal. Showing good variation on the serve. This is a lot better start than what we saw in her semi-final match yesterday. Very slow out of the blocks. Again, lifting herself out of trouble. Sung with the answer. It's very good rally indeed. Exciting stuff here in the final of the women's singles. Who will be crowned Swiss Open champion 2011? Just falling inside the line. In fact, taking the line, so at the halfway mark, 11 points to 7. And the confidence that will be running high for Saina Nehwal. The perfect start, really, to this opening game. Sung Jae-hyun just taking a while to settle down. The locals continuing to flow in here to the St. Jacobshalle. Great history, this event, dating all the way back to 1955. Prize money for this event, total prize money, 125,000 American dollars. Well, the winner of this match will walk away with a check of 18,750 US dollars, as well as the all-important 7,000 points towards their rankings, while the runner-up will receive a check of 9,500 American dollars with 5,950 points towards their rankings. Of course, it's also very nice to walk away with the title. Very hard to come by. And what a week it has been for the Koreans, as we see another wonderful shot from Nehwal. She's got the shuttle on a string at the moment. Everything she tries is coming off. And that's the benefit, playing with confidence again with that flat serve, not allowing her opponent to get on the attack early. Great foot movement from Sung. Koreans look so good when they move, and again finding that back corner, just not reading things at the moment. Sung Jae-hyun. What a run this is from Nehwal. From trailing by 6 points to 7, she now leads 13 points to 7. That's better stuff from Sung. That one's sitting up nicely, and she was able to get onto it nicely. Never in control of the shot, playing it very close to the body in the end, Nehwal. So just what the doctor ordered for the Korean. She stopped that run, now she needs to go on. High serve. Very different approach to that of her opponent. Playing it off balance, but finding it inside the line. Very difficult shot, but the execution was there. Can she find an extra gear and move up in this game? Trailing by 4 now. Again, high serve to the back. Oh, yes. Read like a book. Made that look very easy, did the Indian number 2 seed. Of course, officially, she's the number 2 seed, but of course, Tina Baun, of course, formerly known as Tina Rasmussen, the current number 4 ranked player in the world. She was registered as the number 1 seed, and once again, didn't turn up, as was the case last week at the All England. A few issues with a right foot injury. Wow, just not reading things well at the moment. She was looking at the linesmen, waiting for those arms to be outstretched. It didn't come. The hands came forward. And another good shot from Nehwal. So 16 points to 9. Comfortable lead of 7 for the number 2 seed. Oh, yes, what a shot. She was into position. Sung playing that one down the line. And backhand with the angle dying just over the net. This is impressive stuff at the moment. 12 minutes. This women's final has been going now on the centre court. Oh, what a reply. The crowd thought that was a winner. Oh, that is a big, big point for Sung Jae-hyun. Looked in all sorts of troubles. The drop shot just over the net from Nehwal, played perfectly. But look at this answer. Gets under it right off the ground. She thoroughly deserved that point. Gets into double figures now, 10 points to 17. Great deception, but read well from the Korean. Wow, we've seen some great rallies so far in this match. Bringing her forward. Well, a tight call, but I think it was a very good leave. Said here in the replay. Just going wide. Very good call. Very good leave. 3 points away now from wrapping up this opening game. And again wide, this time on the right-hand side. Looking from Sung's end. Things just haven't gone her way here in the final. Trying to rediscover the form that she showed against Julian Schenk yesterday. German number 3 seed had no answer to the Korean. Very clean display. That brings up game point now. 10 in fact for the number 2 seed, the number 5 ranked player in the world. Again, that flat serve from the forehand. Oh, open space. That's a lot better from Sung Jae-hyun. That's what we've come to expect from the young Korean. She saves 1 game point, but a big mountain ahead. $11 points to 20. Sung Jae-hyun looking to turn this around somehow. Again, that high serve to the back of the service box. Brings her opponent forward, pushes her back. Finds the open space. That is 2 very well worked points in a row from the Korean. Maybe a little too late here in this opening game, but could be a sign of things to come for game number 2. Tough battle ahead for Nehwal. Oh, and again, well, this is a late run coming from the Korean. That's 3 straight points now from her. Nehwal just struggling to put the nail in the coffin here in game 1. The local Indian community getting well and truly behind her. Just going wide. Not much in it, a centimetre or 2. But that error from the Korean hands game number 1 in favour of the number 2 seed, Saina Nehwal. 21 points to 13. A late charge coming from the Korean, just a little too late. 9 smash winners in that game from the Korean to just 7 from Nehwal. But in the end, it was that run of 7 points in the early stages that got her on the front foot, and she was able to finish it off. We saw some great tactical play from both girls. Initially from Nehwal, in the latter stages from Sung Jae-hyun, and she'll be looking to continue that momentum across here into the second game. The do-or-die game for the Korean. Well, this is the second time that these girls have met in a tournament, and while the record stands 1-0 in favour of our top seed here, Saina Nehwal from India. They met last year at the Indonesian Open Super Series, and it was a tough battle. Nehwal taking out the opening game 22-20, while the Korean turned it around to game number 2, 21 points to 17. But the class of the number 1 seed at that event, Nehwal, turned it up in game number 3 in the decider, 21 points to 14. So there have been 3 games in the past. Will it be the same here in this final? Long road ahead for the Korean. Sung Jae-hyun, ranked number 19 in the world, but on the rise. So time now for game number 2. The victor from game 1 to get us underway. Again, the flat serve. Bring the opponent close to the net. A good, nice lift from the Korean. Gets herself back in the point. Trying to control proceedings early on. Can't afford to fall behind early like she did in game 1. Just going wide. Outstretched arms from the linesman. Well, that opening game in the first stages was initially very, very close. 7 points to 6 until a run of 7 points from Nehwal. Really was a big problem and knocked the wind out of the sails of Sung Jae Hyun. She can't afford to do it again, otherwise this final will be gone and she'll be walking away with the silver medal. Well, on the baseline was good, just going wide though. A late call coming from the linesman. And continuing this tactic of a nice high serve, forcing Nehwal back. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful shot from Sung Jae Hyun. And that's what we saw in the latter stages of game one. Well, we saw Nehwal yesterday falling asleep in game number 2 in her semi-final match against Baekhyunjo. Going down 13 points to 21. She really did give up in the latter stages. She won't be wanting to do that here in the final. She doesn't want to give a sniff in here to the Korean. And just falling in. What a serve right at the back. She had a good long look at it, the Indian. She wasn't too sure, opted to leave it. Wrong decision in the end. Great foot movement from both girls. Oh, that's a poor leave. I don't know what she was thinking there. It was in by about a good 5 or 6 centimeters. She was back there. She could have made the play. Both girls playing deep. Again, fantastic rally. What a pickup from the Korean. Trying that backhand flick, not in control though, into the net. Ties the scores up once again. Well, she almost looked like she slipped a little bit there, the Korean. To the net again on that backhand. That's 2 in a row from the Korean. Nehwal, she'll be looking to press on here. Well, Sung, she keeps wanting to change the shuttle. Nehwal doesn't know why, keeps taking it to the chair official. Again, flat serve, playing it close, a lift, not so deep, allows Nehwal to get on the attack. Good defensive play though from the Korean. That shot from right to left, beautifully played again from the Korean. Looking to go from left to right, but not the same answer though. She really does take the pace off the shuttle very well, very deceptive, but just not coming off, coming from the left-hand side of the court to the right. So 5 points to 3, Nehwal ahead. great lift. Just getting there. Oh, yes. Well worked indeed. Initially brought her close, forced her back to that top, I should say bottom right-hand corner. She was sitting there at the net waiting and just put it over easy as you like. A lot of open space at the net. Takes full advantage of it. So building a lead now. Not a good sign for the Korean. Great footwork again from Nehwal. She's a classy player. Moves around the court so well. Not a tall player at all, just 1 meter 65 tall, or 5 foot 5 inches. Very fit player. Moves around very well. Covers the court very quickly. So 7-3, 4-point lead. That's wide though. Just wide. There's a good long look across to her coach, the Indonesian badminton legend Atik Jahari. And what a great player he was in his time. And he's doing a great job as a coach now as well. Nehwal moving her way up the rankings, looking to challenge those Chinese players for the top spot in the world. "26 minutes now this women's singles final has been going on. And just like we saw in game number 1, the Indian number 2 seed pulling out to a comfortable lead early on. High serve again from Sung. See very little variation, but you don't need to with shots like that. That is beautiful. She just gets into position so well and makes it look effortless. It's wide, well wide, just falling inside the doubles line in the end. So clawing her way back, Sung Ji Hyun. Do or die game for her. Korean showing a little bit more patience now. That's wide. Look of disbelief on the face of Sung Ji Hyun. Right back corner, she leaves it. Not a good leave though. She had a good long look at it. She was back there. Both girls working the right-hand corner of their opponent. Coming forward, a little jab, too flat, straight into the net. 9 points to 7. Nehwal looking to build on this lead. She knows her opponent's starting to find a little bit of rhythm. She can't afford to fall asleep like she did yesterday. That's wide, well wide. On the forehand from the right-hand side of the court. looking to use the angle, but going well outside the doubles line in the end. Well, halfway mark, 11 points to 7, exactly the same score as it was in game number 1. A 4-point lead to the Indian, ranked number 5 in the world, taking control here in the final, showing her experience. Has played in many of finals in the past. In her short career, just 21 years of age, already has claimed, of course, 4 Super Series titles and a couple of Grand Prix Gold events as well. And at this stage in tournaments, experience really does matter. Of course, Sung Ji-hyun yet to pick up a major title. $11 points to 7, 30 minutes, the half an hour mark up in this match. And well, if Sung Ji-hyun can fight back from this early deficit, well, should make history for South Korea. Should become the first South Korean player to win a women's singles title here in Basel in its history dating back to 1955. The Koreans have won 12 medals here in the past, well, I should say 13 after that early victory in the women's doubles. They have now won 1 in the men's singles, 4 in fact in the men's doubles, 3 now in the women's doubles and 5 in the mixed doubles. A long way off Denmark, who hold the most amount of victories here in Basel. In fact, 47 victories. And they'll be looking to make that 48 in the last final of the day in the mixed doubles. Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Pedersen, the number 4 seeds, but be a tough ask coming up against the British couple of Robertson and Woolwork. It falls in. Poor leave in the end. Slowly starting to claw her way back. Nehwal, well, she was back there. She had a long look at it. It was a tight call. The shuttle just taking the line. Lifting herself out of trouble. Still the Korean on the front foot. Nehwal having to move a lot here in this rally. Just gets there. Great play from the Korean. She needs to finish this off now. And she does. Great shot down the line. Taking the pace off the shuttle once again. That's been her go-to play in this final. Doesn't really rely on power. She relies a lot on placement. Again, forcing her opponent back and using that open space, the front of the court. Just a 3-point deficit now, 9 points to 12. Oh yes, what a reply. Well, Nehwal, she uses a lot of power. This time on the forehand overhead smash. Working from the center of the court to that left-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner on your screen. She's continuing to hold this lead. Hasn't let up at all right from the outset. Again, leaves it, and this time it's a good leave. Wow. A tight one once again. Well, the battle at the net, won this time by Sung Ji-hyun. Again, high, deep serve. She's played that serve extremely well hasn't faltered at all from memory in this match on the serve. Saying that, she hasn't really caused her opponent too much difficulties with the serve. 15 points to 10, now the lead. The crowd enjoying this. The second of 5 finals here, coming to you live from the St. Jakobshalle here in Basel. If you haven't been to this part of the world, well, get out. Thoroughly recommend it. Great place. Locals very friendly. They love their sport. They love their badminton. Coming across, using the angle well. A desperate lunge from Sung Ji Hyun. Not enough in the end. Hits the deck. Another point to the Indian number 2 seed. And now a lead of 16 points to 10. The head just starting to drop. Body language not looking so good now for Sung Ji Hyun. She needs to forget about it. She needs to somehow turn this around. She needs to rediscover that grit and determination that has got her to this stage in this event this week. She should be a little bit more fresher than her opponent. Played almost 30 minutes less on the court this week, but it's not showing at the moment. Nehwal full of energy, and again, well, almost an action replay from that previous point, this time working from her left side to the right side. Pulling away with it now, just a matter of time. 17 points to 10. Flat drive on the backhand. Look at the foot movement of Nehwal. She's got an answer to everything at the moment. That one's wide though. Just wide. A well-worked point from Sung Ji Hyun, and she needs to back this up now. She needs to run. She needs to try and build some sort of momentum here in game number 2. Trailing by 6. 11 points to 17. As the crowd continues to flow through the gates. 11:30 local time here in Basel. Some people rather late. Of course, a lot of people like to have a sleep in on a Sunday. Turning up now, and wow, that is a great shot once again. Wow, she's come out here today meaning business as the top remaining seed. And she has very rarely faltered. She's stuck to a game plan, and execution has been top-notch. Another spectacular rally as we come to the closing stages of game number 2 and what could be the match. Sung getting there at the net, just keeps it alive. Backhand flick down the line. Wow, Justin taking the line. Don't know if she timed it very well. Almost sounded like she took it on the frame of the racket. Caught Nehwal off guard, just couldn't get there. 12 points to 18 now. Korean with the serve. Well, she looked to attack that serve a lot more than she has in the previous serves in this match. Generally looking to play it straight back down the centre. This time looking to use the angle, looking to go for the winner right from the outset. Not paying off though. Now she got there, she just couldn't connect enough though. 2 points away now from victory. 2 points away from claiming her first title at the Wilson Swiss Open. The crowd favourite, and the crowd will go berserk if she's able to do it. Wow, what a save. And she gets the point. Wow. She looked in all sorts of troubles there. The backhand save down the line. It was a nice shot from Sung. And that brings up match point now. What a victory this will be. The crowd are on the edge of their seats. 1 point away. Flat serve again. Not just yet. A few sighs and groans from the public. Coming forward close to the net. A little jab. Well, you'd love to see a miracle here, but the odds well and truly against Sung Jae Hyun. That's long, and that is a victory. What a victory it was.